This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25.
Hey everybody, it's Terry Crews and Roy Crews here. This is Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. This time now, as we see things going on, we saw the biggest of its battle as the Florida Panthers have already won 2 games at the DC. But this time, they're here at South Florida at the Amaranth Bank Arena, and they're looking forward to seeing another win for 3 games in a row. They have already won 2 games in 1 and 2, but what will Game 3 be? There's a lot of strategy to find things out. And for my next commentary partners I have it across, back in South Florida, is Paintbrush. He's also along with the others. And joining us in will be in the range, right in between the new commentator that will be joining us here, and that's right, you may not know who that is, but more likely so, Jack. That's one, and then the other one we are calling for is the other side. Well, that means it's one of our biggest test tube to call it for anything. Never say never, Galigi. Well, it's been like always the bear look, so we're going to see the Galarific moment here in Florida. And instead of an ice, I have one of the big takes in, this silver spoon. We'll see you all later for the post-game show. For the finish of Game 3, as we wrap things up, we'll see how this one turned out. And now, get ready, because it's game time. Caps, Panthers, next on EA Sports. Eastern Conference Finals of Game 3 starts now. Game 3, about to begin at South Florida. Hey folks, I am here along with my broadcast partner. I'm Paintbrush, and I'm here in my new commentary partner. This time is Jack, and the other one we got is Test Tube. And the center race I have is Silver Spoon. This is the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Starting up here, we'll be forcing as he looks over to Alexander Barkov. He'll find it over to get Aaron Ekblad as he gives the pass back to Barkov. Barkov looks over to Sam Reinhart. He'll swing it over to Forsling. His shots have been knocked out by the goaltender, and he'll send it over to Tom Wilson. Wilson over now to Strong. He'll start things off. Well saved by Nebraska. He'll hold things in to get ready for our puck drop. No score as we are right in the books to start the first part of the period in the third game. Alexander Barkov wins the faceoff, and it's now Aaron Ekblad. He'll swing it over to Barkov. Racing toward the speed is Barkov. Barkov with a swinging motion and a shot glove save by Thompson. This one just definitely gets harder enough now to start things off. Well, there's one thing that we are looking at is some better goaltenders. Their starting goaltender tonight is Logan Thompson for the Capitals, and Sergei Bobrovsky is the starting goaltender for the Florida Panthers. Now, when I say about Florida Panthers, they're really expecting to do any of that. The only work of the effort is not really to change off what they really wanted to do for it. Sometimes what you need to do for this, you have to make sure you have it all planned out. Otherwise, you're not going to be seeing how you can definitely handle it. Kolakov trying to look into the middle, and the backhander shot saved made by Thompson. Rebound by Carlson. He'll send it up deep over now to Dubois. Dubois right in the middle, and he scores! That'll be his first goal of the game. And now get the Capitals on board. That'll be his 7th in the playoffs. Let's look at one again here. As Pierre-Luc Dubois was right over in toward the cut. When he passed over the blue line, he just cannot get over this at the right string. That one is a snipe-on zone to give that pass over from Carlson. Here's what did happen. That's right over to Dubois, and you will send over right into the middle. It was that easy. When you're changing it over with a different look, you got to give that one a good look on the goal. That's where it comes in. You have this one with the first shot on net. Dab it up and in. So the Capitals will start off with their first goal in the game 3, as they already ended making it a mark past the 1 minute to play in the first period of the game. Now here's the win for Alexander Barkov's team, as now as Kolakov enters the attacking zone in the Caps territory. Sam Bennett right toward behind it, right toward the net. Ranging back to Kolakov, and he'll swing to Kachuk. Kachuk shot well saved by Thompson. Thompson will stop it in with only 18:24 remaining in the first period. Joining us for my new commentary board is Jack. Welcome in. What do you think of how this one turned to be like it's a harder matchup?
Well, it sure is. I mean, there's not really much of a big change. I would love to see that. And more likely, I have to say, what this is the first part of the game really has started off.
Washington Capitals goal. His first goal in the conference finals, his 7th in playoff score by number 80, here Luke DeBlanc. Assisted by number 74, John Carlson, and by number 48, Logan Thompson. Tom in a goal, 1:21 remaining in the first period. Here Luke DeBlanc, his first goal in the game of conference finals, his 7th, assisted by Carlson and Thompson, at 1:21 in the Eastern Conference Finals of the playoffs.
Well, I know what you're going to be doing it for, but what's your take in for Game 3?
I'd say the Florida Panthers. I'm really sure that this might be a great start. Might be like higher pressure there.
Let's see what happens with that if they can get over us. Florida Panthers back in offense zone. Here's the rush for Alexander Barkov and a shot. What a save by Thompson! Unbelievable with the timing motion. He made that one with a great stop.
Execution on the balancing effort. It would happen to be Barkov to get that first goal in.
Barkov with the shot. Blocker save made by Thompson. Reinhardt right to the wing, and he'll have it again, a forcing. Forcing pass over to Barkov. Barkov swings it over, now find to Aaron Ekblad. He has it now to Verhaeghe. Behind the back. And trying to get that puck in clear. We'll have to reset it here, as Thompson will now set it over to St. Dean. Past 17 minutes remaining in the first period. Now Dylan Strome right to the wing. Pass to Alex Ovechkin. Glove saved by Bobrovsky. He has it to Aaron Ekblad, and he races right toward the Bennett. Bennett pass to Kachuk. Kachuk will fire it up and right to Bennett. Bennett's right behind the net. Trying to make a new change here, looks to Forsley. Pass to Aaron Ekblad. Here's a shot, goes right to the deflection. That's save made by Thompson. Great easy attacker range. It's just what happens with Thompson. You just really make sure you have that great use of the energy. A set over to Kachuk. That poked it up. Alex Ovechkin gives it over to Strome. Strome, get back to Kachuk. And back to Strome with a shot saved by Bobrovsky. Great chance here for the Florida Panthers goaltender. And now it's back to Kachuk.
Race that one for the feeling afterward. Sergei Bobrovsky's really like giving a good use of a strong effort.
What a rocking down here as Evan Rodriguez went down. And a big bumble on the tank. Attacking zone is back to Kachuk. Here's Roy. Roy right in the wing. Pass over to Wilson. He'll swing it over to Strome. Strome finds for Hevery. For Hevery right toward the wing. Try to watch it in. Here's a set to Roy's shot. Big save made by the goaltender. Schmidt right the other way, and he'll have it again to Walensky's. The Panthers are back in offense zone. He'll try to work his way across now, and it's rebounded up by McMichael. Both right toward the wall, and it's rebounded by Greer to give over to Gakovich. A set-up play. There's a shot saved by Thompson. We'll hold it in play with nearing a midway mark as we're passing at 15 minutes in the first. A lot of time left in the period. It's a 1-0 start for Washington. They're already capping it out. The Caps wins the face-off. Here's Bobas, shoots it. That's blocked, and it's rebounded by Lusharainen. Lusharainen finds it over to Bobas. Bobas pass down, finds Kolakov. Kolakov looks over to Bobas. Bobas chances over to Kolakov. He'll swing over to Lindell. Lindell back to Kolakov. Now set to Lusharainen for deflection. Evan is off and the defender, and it's rebounded by Bobas. Bobas looks to Mikula. Mikula sets over to Bobas on the other side. Gets to Lindell. Lindell shoots, save made by Thompson. Rebound by Alexei Protas, and now the Capitals will have a Chick run. Entering the attacking zone is Chick run. Here's Carlson. A shot saved by the goaltender. Mikola will now send it over to Bobes, and he'll swing it deep to Kulikov. This will be a tripping to make the start afterward. This will be a first penalty on the Capitals.
There's not a great chance afterwards. You're not really stirring up. You won't get a good use of the effort. You just gotta give that one off a dirty list.
Mikola will send it over as the goaltender's in the bench. He'll swing it to Kulikov. Kulikov now finds Mikola on a shot. Glove save, and tripping will start in for
Penalty
the
on
Capitals.
Washington, number 6 for tripping.
Yeah, there's the tripping on afterward, and you're looking at over here. This is where it dished up. You slash, and that's not going to make a good sign afterward if you're going to make someone hurt.
It's time now for your Florida
So don't try and mess it up.
Power play.
Capitals with a first penalty kill, and that power play will start for Florida Panthers.
Panthers are really going to get all of that credit. This one makes it in with a great
Give me the penalty on Washington Capitals, number 6, Jacob Chikrin. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 19 seconds in the first period. That's penalty on the Washington Capitals on number 6, Jacob Chikrin for tripping. Time of the penalty in the first period of conference finals, 14 minutes, 19 seconds.
A set to Reinhardt the other way. And Barkov on the outside shoots a deep save by Logan Thompson. Good shot, rolls it in, now finds it Verhage. Verhage looks over. His Kachuk shot is goal! It's a power play goal, and you're at time for one. Good shot. First goal in the game, 13 in the playoffs. But something ridiculous happened to Jack. He only makes one-time motion. This motion play is just a great way to have a response afterward. After Weingarten, this is what the tape makes it go in. And that's a one-time goal. You have that great start in for the Florida Panthers. And it's a tie game now afterward. This one really want to keep it in. Barkov wins the faceoff. And Aaron Ekblad will send it over. Now finds again to Forsling. Forsling passes over to Weingart. Rolls right toward near the bench. And rebound by Tom Wilson. Wilson will send it over to Carlson. He looks over to Strome. Pulls it with the back stopper. And that one sent it out of here. Oh, 3-on-2 attack. Passes. Rebound by Forsling, and then he could not get the attacking on a 3-on-2 motion.
Oh, it almost been in trouble afterward. He won't start after it.
There's a shot saved by Thompson. Carlson with a rebound again to Strome. The other way now finds to Alex Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin will be this way to
playoffs,
shot,
first
and this
goal
one's
of the
high
game
off
of
the
the
glass.
conference
Rebounded by the
finals.
team
Score on the power play, number 19, Matthew. Good shot.
One more down. It rolls right to the end of the lane. And that's
Assisted
now
by
back to
number
Capitals'
13,
turn. Pick rolls out stop afterward.
Sam
Aaron Ekblad with the
Rhino.
rebound, and he'll have it again to Verhage.
And by
Quick
number
start
23,
afterwards, and it's now Mikola will have the puck in. He'll get it over, now flying to Greer. Greer fires that one around. That's
Time of the goal for the Cats power play.
Knows it.
6 minutes,
Tries to
30
work his way
seconds in the
across
first
that finds
period.
Mikola.
That's Matthew
Mikola now finding
Kachuk's
the
power play
He'll
goal.
swing it over to
14th in
Knows
the
it.
playoffs,
A
first
set
goal
back
in
to
the
Mikola,
conference
and that's
finals.
broken up by
Assisted by
Protas.
Sam Reinhardt
Protas on
and
the
Carter
attack.
Verhage
2-1.
at 6:30 on the power play minute in the first
Florida's
period
back the
of
other
the
way,
conference
and Volkov
finals.
will have it off to again to Kachuk. Kachuk with his first goal of the game. Let's see if he can get 2 more. Kachuk right behind the net. He'll have it again to Riley Hughes, and he'll set it. Bennett shoots, glove save by Thompson. Keeps the play going as Van Riestad has it going over, now playing Dubois. Dubois pass over to Protas. Protas now finds a McMichael. Another big range inbounding. Good crouch down by the defender, and it will carry it out. Mikola has it over, and now back to Lusharainen. Carrying across will be an offside on Florida Panthers. Here's what everybody calls for, and one of the name of the captain for the Panthers is Alexander Barkov. Here's Silver Spoon, he has more. Thanks, guys. I have a lot of great range of the feeling afterward, and you're looking it off with a great start. The big range is a big feeling for Alexander Barkov. Plays for Finland on the team. This probably makes it a great use of a chain effort. When he does have some plenty time action here, he takes it over with some slick motions. He sets the team. More timing is just what we need to do. I really have done a lot of struggling with the emotion on their team. Nobody stands afterwards for playing as a rookie's mistake. But realize how this is important. It makes it easy enough to keep things in. I'm pretty sure that he's really like a great captain to start things off, but there's no wrong or right answers. Let's see how both Barkov takes it in there, guys. Thank you so much, Little Spoon. Glove stop by Thompson. He'll stop it in with only 10:35 remaining in the first period.
Now, I've got a lot of great feelings right now for Alexander Barkov. He's really, professional. I know I was really just about to see what gets in there. Not my timing. I was saying about Alexander Barkov, he's really, showing it off that quickly. He's one of the big captains, and he was over the legends. He just really felt like, well, I had a great feeling of that. You'll just have to try it and see if we can handle it. Forsling pulls to Barkov. Barkov with a backhander, saved by Thompson. It's back to Murray. Rolls it off to Murata, and now with this out of the zone, put a full pressure on the Panthers. Murata clears the puck zone, and it's now Forsling the other way. The pass back to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad with some cut motion. He will now fish it over to Weingard. And it's back over now to Verhage. Verhage rolls it into the deep zone, bounding Mikkola. Mikkola swings it across now, trying to get over to Sam Bennett. Bennett looks over to Kolokov. He'll give a swing to Verhage, and now finds Ronkola. Shot glove saved by Thompson. Thompson will stop that play in Mountain with only 9:37 remaining. You know they also named it, it's also Sasha. Sometimes they weren't really sure enough, and he also, with the finishing and the Russian civilization, a citizenship really makes it in there. Why does it make a Sasha out of it? Test suit? Well, I probably would understand that Sasha's simply the right thing to take. And because what I know for the name of the Sasha may have to give some a lot of swish out moves, and there was no other way I would like to treat on that. More likely so, I just really have to say it now. It's really like a complicated word to do out of it, but I wouldn't stand a chance afterwards. It may be the best defensive towards the hockey and the winning, but it wasn't really that. That's two-way century, and one of the best defensive on that occasion. Here's Chikboy. A set over, blocked by Dakovic. He'll slow things down. He'll send it to Nozick on a chance. It's broken up by the play inbounding in the cut territory. Knocked him right toward the wall. AJ Greer will have it. Back-to-back kicks here. And it's back the other way to the Florida Panthers. Here, Lutu Brown looking for two more. Aaron Ekblad with a good poke check. Forsling the other way. He'll send it over to Gakovic. Gakovic does it. Fire saved by Thompson. He'll hold this in play with only 8:37 remaining in the first period. And now the other way, as it's Alex Ovechkin, one of the greatest of the Great Eight. Now, one of the Great Eight is really what they said for now for Alexander Barkov, but Alex Ovechkin is one of the Great Eight's biggest history on his take. As he welcomes in the board for many seasons ago, he made his own first goal in his first career in a game. What you really have to stand out afterward is he really takes his time and effort. The start off has been a strong word, but more likely, it's a big capital to the name from Alex Ovechkin. He's really looking forward into it. And hopefully, there might be better chain off with that. Let's hope we can get plenty of it, guys. Just 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Florida's on the other way. They'll send it off past the Sandine. McMichael shot and scores! Rolls right past him. Barkov on the team, and it's now a 2-1 game. Connor McMichael. You know, this is what happens with Connor McMichael. He gets his sling on, and that pass up is not really the start off what it takes. You know, when you see that clearly, I know it would be like already been like turning it out. Never say that, because that's where the first goal makes for McMichael. He's got 7 in a row.
So the team, as the Caps take a lead with a 2-1 game, with under 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Well, they won't have to play it like that. I mean, I would have known that this would have been the right timing to just play for. Otherwise, you're going to get mistaken out and you're going to be left out all along. Here's Malinsky. The pass over to
Washington goal,
Alexander Barkov.
his 7th goal in the playoffs, first goal in the conference finals, scored by number 24, Connor McMichael. Assisted by number 48, Rasmus Sandin. And by number 21, Alexei Protas. Time to goal, 12 minutes, 2 seconds in the first period. It's Connor McMichael. He was 7th in the playoffs, first goal in the conference finals, assisted by Sandin and Protas. At 12 minutes, 2 seconds in the first period of the conference finals of the playoffs.
Florida penalty, number 16, cross-checking.
This is not a great start when you're doing this, and this is what happens with the cross-check. You just go right behind the net, and you don't like that call. That is going to make that first penalty on the captain.
A lot of fans been out here being booing at it because there will be a first power play to start for the Capitals.
Capitals are really just all
Penalty on Florida Panthers, number 16, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time penalty, 7 minutes, 20 seconds in the first period. That's 2-minute penalty on the Florida Panthers, number 16, Alexander Barkov for cross-checking. Time penalty in the first period of conference finals, 7 minutes, 20 seconds for the Caps power play.
Mikola setting it in with a big save, and he puts it on. What a big stop by Logan Thompson. Just to get a short of the goal, and now it's back to the right man, Japan. Now he will have it cleared out for Kulikov, and he will dish it out of his own. Here's Mangiapane, back to Dubois, shot, he scores! 2 goals in the game is for Dubois. They got their power play goal with only 13-17. Now that's no option of you doing it abilitating because of Dubois, he has that with his second goal. That'll be his 8th. And this is the power play you're looking afterward. That reach was not going to make that one in. All you need to do for is now, don't make it messed up and blind for someone. The better reason is not really the big chain when you need to do often. Don't get him in the way. The win for the Capitals. 6:40 remaining in the first period. And a rebound by Sam Bennett. He'll have it down to Kachuk. There's a fires around that. Robbie goes right to the wing, half finding Malinsky's. Schmidt shoots it. Big save by Logan Thompson. Stops right toward the wall and rebounded by the Panthers. Panthers are backing it out. Here's Kachuk. A swing back to Schmidt. Malinsky shoots. Glove save by Thompson. It's back to Chikron, and Rodriguez takes it over. Right toward middle, now finding Kachuk. It's back to Schmidt as he rolls it to Bennett. Bennett gives the pass back to Malinsky. Schmidt shoots, and he scores! What a shot for Nate Schmidt! He swings it, and it's now a 1-1 game for Schmidt's lead.
You have no comment in the race. Now this one I think this is a really shot. This is a good look.
Now, anybody's going to be better than that. Nate Schmidt is really like giving it over and then, well, I'm just going to have to ricochet it in. And feel like that there's someone blind afterward.
Oh, send it in for a great chance.
So the Panthers are back down by 1 when you're in the back of the first period. As he already passed the midway mark of the period, Barkov wins the faceoff. Malinsky's team are still working their way through, and they're looking for 3 goals in a game for one of each. It could be Verhege, it could be Reinhardt, or it could be Barkov, or it could be anybody. We might have to watch on that carefully. I know they're doing it for. I think
Washington
this is
goal,
a great
his
chance
second
here
goal in the
for
conference
one of
finals,
3
his
stars
8th in the
game.
playoff score
It's
on the
not
power
really
play,
what they
number
change
80,
it off to do.
Pierre-Luc
Take that
Dubois.
one count and do it
Assisted
great.
by number 88, Andrew Mangiapane.
Good Strom on the
And by
rushing
number
attack.
16, Taylor
That one six
Reddish.
it over, now finding Malinsky.
Tom and the Caps power play
And he will
goal,
be slashed
13
up.
minutes,
This will be a
17
penalty
seconds.
on the Capitals. Dylan Strom in the penalty box. Power plays on.
Washington penalty, number 17 for
This is not when
slashing.
you're going to get over this. Dylan Strom, if you got one a big slash, that won't start easy.
It's time now for your Florida Panthers power play.
The Capitals with a second penalty kill, and the Panthers are on power play. Power play need to be set in here with some big words. There's no changing it doesn't resist it. You just need to make sure.
Penalty
you have
on
that
Washington
great
Capitals,
look.
number
This is not really
17.
good.
2 minutes for
Don't make
slashing.
excuses
Time
and
at the penalty,
yourself.
5 minutes,
You need to make
27
sure you have
seconds
the right range
in the
of
first
bounds.
period. That's 2-minute penalty on Washington. Number 17, Dylan Strome for slashing. Time and a penalty in the first period of the conference finals. 5 minutes, 27 seconds.
Rolls over to Verhege as he'll now have it back to down. And it's back to Lucieranen. Lucieranen finds him to Verhege. He'll try to make big changes here, and he'll have to reset it. Oh, here comes Dubaney. The other way on this right goal, and he'll be tripped up. That ends the power play for the Panthers.
No,
Florida
you can't do
Panthers,
that.
number 23,
It's going to make that one feel uneasy. That's Dubaney. He's tripped up.
Brady's out of reach. That's not going to make it count. Panthers, another penalty kill. This will be a 4-on-4 with attackers in the Florida territory.
4-on-4 is not the great option. I really have to say now that this is not the start when you want to do it.
Florida penalty number 23, 2 minutes for tripping. Time and a penalty in the first period of the conference finals. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. That's penalty on the Florida Panthers. Number 23, Carter Verhege for tripping. Time and a penalty in the first period of conference finals. 4 minutes, 50 seconds for 4-on-4.
Sam Bennett right the other way has it into Mikkola. Mikkola will fire her off across. Good check behind the net. He'll have the range in clear. That one is broken into range, and it's rebounded by Kachuk. Kachuk pass to Mikkola. Mikkola pass to Kolokov. Kolokov shoots, glove save by Thompson. 4:09 remaining in the first period. Only 44 seconds for the 4-on-4 advantage. And they're ready to kick things on, as it's still a 3-2 game, Washington. The win for Dubois. And here's Ovechkin. He's right for the win. Trying to walk his way around. Alex Ovechkin trying to march on Alexander Barkov. He didn't really think he would like that player.
Number 88,
Alexander Barkov took the right-arm shot. What a save by Thompson! Unbelievable! He did not go back the other way for the Capitals. That's really like all they did. I know this is not the true thing, but you have to make sure you are in. Pursuing is really the definition of the key, and you really were able to kind of keep it out.
Time and a goal, 13 minutes, 57 seconds in the first period. That's Nate Schmidt, his third goal in the playoffs. First goal in the conference finals, assisted by Ugas Polinskis and Sam Bennett. At 13 minutes, 57 seconds in the first period of the conference finals.
Reinhardt right toward the other way, and he'll have it swing it over. Reinhardt trying to set up a short-handed goal. Schmidt, should save by Thompson. Barkov rebounds the puck. And it's back to Strome. Brady's time is almost up. Strome shoots, save made by Bobrovsky. And it's back to Schmidt. He'll clear it out. The power play's over. It's back to a 5-on-5 full strength. Well, they did well done, and the big job effort they're really doing for was big strength in numbers. Florida hunts him big, but this was not the bigger cases that they were really like kept it in from coming back afterwards. They've really been saying that they were coming back in, we're not really ready, but we are. We definitely really have a lot of strong effort. This is what they really do to keep it in. Thompson with the big save of only 2:22 remaining in the first period. Now here's an update. I will now send it over back to Silver Spoon again. One of our big players, Matthew Tkachuk. Thanks guys. Really talking about Matthew Tkachuk because he's really like giving a great step on position. He had made his first goal and he starts that one off. The big range is a big tipper and we really love to see how he can definitely perform. All what I mentioned now is just how they were absolutely with the sun. The one thing we need to do for now is, for Matthew Tkachuk, he makes it tricky. The zone is just great. As this alternative captain is really just a big on stride. I really wanted to see how we can definitely handle this one and try to keep it in for good. Let's see what happens with Matthew Tkachuk if he gets a racing downtown in Texas. Back to you guys. And as we're ready to kick on for another puck drop, 3-2's a score under 2 minutes remaining in first. And a win for Eller. Eller shot blocked by Nosek. Gustav Forsling the other way has it pass again to Nosek. Nosek now telegraphs the pass over to Kakovic. He will send it. Clear shoot, saved by Thompson. Back to Roy, and it's now the Capitals. It's Ronas right to wing. He got a little slum afterward here. Gibson tries to watch his way through, and he now finds A.J. Greer. He messed that one up. That one is Gibson over. Forcing back to Aaron Ekblad. Puck clears out in the zone. It's now find Aaron Ekblad and Mangiapane the other way. Capitals back in the offense zone in the Florida territory. Here's a set-off zone. Big glove stop by Bobrovsky. Aaron Ekblad will swing to Matthew Tkachuk. Off to Forsling. We are approaching the final minute in the first period as Forsling's right to the wing. And pass over to Kakovic, the outside of it. And now has it to Tkachuk. One-timer shot for Kulikov, blocked by Roy. His way down after Tkachuk shoots and save made by Logan Thompson. Puck clears out of the zone and the Florida territory. Nikolov will set it over.
There is no complication. He really must have made that great, Cheney. That's what happens with Thompson. He's really like giving a good save in. Pounding tightness.
Hips checks it. And it's rebounded by Rodriguez. 30 seconds remaining in the first period. He'll have it to Sam Bennett. Bennett slides it through. That's a miscommunication, and it goes right back to Florida territory. It's back to Kulikov. He'll have it to Sam Bennett. Bennett pass to Tkachuk. Tkachuk right toward wing. He'll fire that one around net. Pass it to Rodriguez, trying to give over to Matthew Tkachuk. He lost that spill. With only 3 seconds remaining, the Capitals will hold things in, and then we end the first period. Close game in the range.
And that's the end of the first period. Your score, Florida Panthers 2,
with 2 goals in the game.
Capitals
And there's only 1 of each players that had 1 goal. Stick around later. The second period's underway after this. Hello everybody, welcome to the first intermission report here on the NHL Eastern Conference Finals. I'm here with Roy Cruz, and this one is where it starts off for the Capitals. They take a 1-point lead over the Florida Panthers, knocking them craziness in.
Here's an update as after the first period is finished, 32 over 18 shots on goal, that was going to be Florida. 42 over 25 for Washington, and they made that one with a big, huge hit. 540 over 136 time on attack for Florida. It was 84 over 94. Underneath the surface, it was only 94 for the Capitals as they made a great passing effectiveness. 12 face-off wins over 10, that was Washington. Both teams have received 4 penalty kills with 4 minutes between Washington and Florida. 1 power play goal made for the Capitals with only 112, and the Florida Panthers caught their power play goal with only 104. Now let's talk about how they did here in the first period. What's your take here for this one, Terry, for the Washington Capitals?
Well, they sure did. I mean, they really kept them from coming back afterward, and we're spotting it on, and there's some great range for Alex Ovechkin and their teammates. I love their hustle, and this is a big strategy, but they really kept them from coming back in. They really wanted to see their next goal in. This big performance is really kept on from coming back afterward. They're not really sure how they will handle it, but how much they've done for, it's just going to be a hardest skill to make that one in. And now let's have it over to you, Roy, for the Florida Panthers.
So far, they were really trying to keep it back out to one. I was not really seeing things, how that one was going to keep it, but they were really pushing it off and bounding. There's no stopping to make this advantage if you're really taking the goal in. With no change-off, you won't have to say about this. We need to get this one back afterward. We want to make sure we have that one rolling it back in, and then just get the goal. It's no big deal. They just need to make sure they have that one capitalizing it in. There won't be anybody that can change it often. Let's see what happens with Florida Panthers in the second period.
All right, thank you so much. And who do you think is going to take the lead in this one?
I'm going to say Florida Panthers. They might have to stick with the 5-3 lead over Washington. Probably they may have to just go with 3 goals or 2. I'm not sure that way we'll do it, but we'll see how that goes.
All right, thank you so much, Roy. And now let's get back into Emirates Bank Arena. Paint Brush is all for you. We'll see you later for the second intermission. After this, let's get back to work. Welcome back, everybody, as we're ready to get started for the second period at Emirates Bank Arena. Big lot of fights afterwards, and we're seeing a lot of big hits here on the ice. So we are ready to prepare as the ice is freshened up and ready for the second period. What a great start for the first period this is. It was a close, condensed matchup, but I'll send it over to you, Jack, to start things off. How do you think they really did?
Well, it's been like it's a great clear to make this a good bit of look on the ice. To start off with some big bangs. Big feelings in the hunt of the cat. It's just a great playoff to me. I've got a great look at the field. Maybe just 1 word. I want to see how they handle it. It's much pressure what they wanted to do for it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I felt like that this one almost made that one with a miss. But let's get this straight. If you have nobody out in the zone, you have no idea how when that will happen. You really have a lot of string out there, but there's a lot of much effort that you got to do to keep playing it alive. That's really what they call it from offense and defense. But there's no more that you're really doing it for if you wanted to give that one another offensive chance. This might be just a great choice. Just keep it on when you can. Off the face mask and rebound by Strome. Yeah, you see that how this is going to get there? That one is off the face mask. He's not sure where he went, but that really made a great save. He'll stop things in as he'll get ready for another puck drop in the Caps territory, as this will now be in the Panthers territory to get ready for the next puck drop. A lot of time left in the period. Close, contest matchup is in the range between Washington and Florida. Now to win, here's Bigelow. Bigelow will settle around the net, and then he got it over to Matthew Tkachuk. Kolokov swings it over. No penalty on Washington with the roughing.
Oh no, I would not like this how this would be a roughing. This would have been just how bad it starts.
Here's McMichael. The send over to Dubois. Now has it over to Rasmus Sandin. Sandin on the breakaway. That one tipped over, and it's rebounded up by the Panthers. He'll keep things over to Sam Bennett. He'll try to watch it out. Try to battle for the loose puck. Goes in the range. Oh, what a save by Bobrovsky. Great time effort. And he couldn't get this goal to get up for 2. That one was a great stop. Now is they're ready to hold things in. 46-26. They couldn't find their hits, but they just did not find the right key motion to keep things from coming back in. And the inner wing. Stepped up in the corner. Rumble down. That's Lars Eller, and he really racing forward, throwing to knock him over. Now Jesper Bolas will set the loose Duranian. Shoots it. Makes save by Thompson. Now Lars Eller will send it over to Rasmus Sandin the other way. And he has it over to Daniel Reddish. Daniel Reddish now has it to Jacob Verana. Good solid body toe post check to give to Bolinski's. And now moves over to AJ Dubobas and Schmidt right toward Wayne. Right around that will be Lusharainen. Lusharainen sets it over, now finding the Bolinski's. Bolinski passes to Lindell. Lindell swings to Bolinski's again to Schmidt. Schmidt looks to Lindell on a shot raging about, saved by Thompson. With only 17:21 remaining in the second period. Now here's one of the big concerns we're talking through. There's one big place in, and one of the other ones was a big rival in the range that the Capitals have ever faced. And with that, the Lightning never did anything against the Capitals. That's not their matchup on the rivals. Their most rival contest was the Florida Showdown. But how will they ever do if they will get their rivals in for the NHL 25? What is your take?
Well, I don't think there is not going to be a royal range in between by the Capitals and the Panthers. I think this might be a big problem concerning the way this will work. I think you don't have to follow it all. You just really need to make sure you get a good starting when you do the for it. I really may not see what gets in the way, but this might have been just kept it from coming back out for it.
Well, I believe that there might be a rival to make in, but more likely the Capitals ever faced was the Capitals and Hurricanes. It was not really easy when they were changing it in the second round. They tried their best, but they don't really play it oftenly. Great shot on a fade here by Thompson. Aaron Ekblad tries to recoup it again to Forsling. Here's for a shot, blocked the shot, rebounded by the Caps. The Caps back in offense zone. Forsling trying to work its way across. Kulikov goes offside. Couldn't keep the puck back in, and this one will keep out of the range to get ready for another puck drop. Next puck drop wins for Alexander Barkov. And it's Reinhardt giving this over to Kulikov. He goes tumble. Protas is right toward the other way. And he will take it over from here. Try to work his way across. The Protas the other way. Shot save by Bobrovsky. Alex Alexander Barkov takes it over, and he'll send it back to Kulikov. It's big range and tightness afterward. You really have to see when you need to do for believing. You have to make sure you have the great chance in. Otherwise, you got a great look. That's a great strong effort on a team. Back to Reinhardt. He'll send it over to Kulikov. Right to the middle of Barkov. Blocked a shot. Rebounded by the Capitals. Dumps it out. Rebounded by Verhage. Now Verhage will send a swing over to Mikkola. And they go offside. That will stop the play with only 15:32 remaining. Now is her way to kick things in for another puck drop. It's a 3-2 game. Now win for Eller. Sandin takes it over. Pass off. That one blocks it. And rebound by Bennett. That one clears out of the zone. It's right to the other way. Bennett. Full thinking through. Rebound by Walensky's after it's a defensive traffic neutralized. Rodriguez sets to Schmidt. And he'll send it over to Walensky's. That backs to Rodriguez. Fires that one. The shot's blocked. And rebound by Radius. Eller finding Verana. Verana right through in the wing. He'll try to look it off across. Try to go with some hip check. But now Walensky's will have it off. Oh, there's a smacking collision on a ruckus hit. That's the Capitals. Oh, you would never be liking that. That's really not a great cause on this one. That's worth suffering pain. Schmidt right toward wing. He'll have it to Rodriguez. Fades a shot. Moves the pass to Bovis. Bovis passes over to Forsling. Forsling now back to Aaron Ekblad. He'll give a swing to Bovis. Right to Lundell. Shoots it. Big save by Thompson. Aaron Ekblad battling for the loose puck. Lundell right behind the net. Now Aaron Ekblad will have it to Forsling again to Bovis. Bovis finds Aaron Ekblad on a shot save by Thompson. Clubs it up and will be ready to take another puck drop in with only 14-11 remaining.
Well, he's a little scratch afterward, and looks like an Henry said it's already like getting bumped in. He really limped. He'll have to get out and get his own to go back into it.
A lot of time left in this period. 3-2, still a score for Washington as they're up by 1. Play continues as the Florida Panthers was in our faceoff. Dish-off zone broken up. Watching play and bounding will be Forsling. And our net glide now has it again to Bovis. Quickly motion back in the zone. The offensive finds the offer to release Terrain in the wing. And back to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad finds Forsling. Forsling shoots off his wall! And Lundell deflects it in with a tie game, 3-3. Well, you can say that for Lundell. That's where you can tie that up. That's where it goes in. Make this range now. And just have it play. I really love that hustling there. When you get that good look, that's after that pass. And this is where Lundell was able to scoot it in. He just passed on the function around Thompson. It's not a big change when you just keep it off, but you really have a lot of time to get through it. Houston Forsling sets up the assist here, and this time Florida Panthers are tied again.
Yes, and so they really bring up to go keep it in. The right side is better than that other.
Here's Kulikov. Right to the wing, finally again to Lundell. Lundell passes over to Bovis. Bovis spins the move. He goes right through the wall. No penalty on the Capitals. Ovechkin can't get a stick handling, and it's Gakovic the other way. You'll have it over. Strong takes it over with a buck steal. Cut in motion, now finds on Wilson. Shot saved by Nowacki. 13:23 remaining in the second period. They'll be ready to get the reinforcement and get back on ice. A lot of time left in the period. 3-3 is a score nearing the midway mark of the period. With the win, here's Mikkola. A set back to the Kulikov, and he'll swing it again in Ozek. Oh, looks like the fight will be initiative. Here comes Ozek. He's going to go right onto the wow. Not the better chain when you need to do for.
That's what I was really noticing. That is not when you start off and you get a good look at it. This wrist off is not the great typing when you get it outdid for. You need to get that one back shot if you're going to get it whipped. And he's down. Florida Panthers were stunned out. And
Washington, number 80, 5 minutes for
game.
fighting. Florida, number 92, 5 minutes for fighting.
This is not what I mentioned before. Tommy Nosek was really like giving over on Dubois. He really would say that. Oh yeah? You're going to get over me? I would never appreciate that. That's like unacceptable behaviors. As the win will make it.
Florida penalty and Washington penalty on number 80 and number 92, 5 minutes for fighting on Pierre-Luc Dubois and Tommy Nosek. Top-minute penalty for both teams, 14 minutes, 14 seconds. That's 5-minute penalty for both teams on Washington, Florida. Pierre-Luc Dubois, number 80, and Tommy Nosek, number 92 for fighting. Top-minute penalty on both teams in the game, 13 minutes, 14 seconds in the second period of the conference finals.
Now they're ready to kick off another puck drop. Now the win for Barkov. Aaron glad to give away. He'll have it again. The deep pass over to Raggy. He can't get there that far, and he'll have to cover it up and not give the players in anybody a chance.
Sometimes you just don't do it for real. I mean, you just gotta like give it up. You don't want to play it like you did for it, and for that, Louis Thompson really would have to like give that one up. Some better reason? I would say so.
Reinhardt the other way now finds Raggy. Raggy finds over to Reinhardt as he gets it over to Forsling. Forsling passes to Raggy. Here's that clutch shot save by Thompson. And he'll have it in the range in the net. Carlson will now have it over to the other way to Chipra. Chipra pass. That run gives over to Alexander Barkov as he'll keep that puck out of the zone.
First goal of the conference
Carlson
finals,
reads to the
scored by
range.
number
Brady,
15,
he the pass to Sam Reinhardt. Set the motion.
assisted
I'd
by
love to see
number
this one.
42,
I think he was trying to like mess with one of the defenders.
You say so? Well, I
And
don't do
by
anything
number
to that.
5,
We're going to keep from flying apart.
that's one.
We're Heggie. Sets him to
Tom in
Smith.
goal, 6
Smith
minutes,
looks to
10
go back.
seconds in
He
the second
shoots it.
period.
Save by
That's
Thompson.
Aiden Lundell, his 6th in the playoffs. First goal in the
Carlson the other
conference
way,
finals.
as he'll have to pass
Assisted
Eller.
by Gustav Forsling and Aaron
Looks over to
Ekblad. That's
Michael.
6 minutes, 10
And the
seconds
pass can't
in the
get
second
over
period
Bolt,
of
and
the
Smith
conference
gives right back to
finals.
Bovis looks to Smith. Smith shoots for deflection, going back in. That one goes right out. This right over the rebound to Lundell. Lewinsky now finds it to Smith. Smith looks over to Lundell. Lundell has it again to Lewinsky, so he'll have it again to Smith. Smith looks again to Lewinsky. Here's Lundell's shots blocked up. Rebound by Lundell. Goes with the Smith. That shot's blocked by Eller. Lewinsky's levels it down. Albrowski will have it again to Schmidt as he gives to Bovis with only 11 minutes remaining. Trying to get over around the range, Bustraden. Here's Mikola's shot save by Thompson. Under 11 minutes remaining in the second period, both teams are ready to gather up for another puck drop or face-off. And they are set to go. Looks like there's a big lead to give a good look on the effort if they could try to find an answer back. He has it to Wilson. Wilson spins across. Sandine, good screen on Rodriguez as he tries to break it up. He'll have it now to Kachuk. Kachuk swings the pass to Kolkov. Toward the shot. Raging zone is a big carried out. Van Riestad the other way. He has it to Alex Ovechkin's shot glove save by Bobrovsky. Mikolas sets it over, now finding a pass to Kolkov. The new regroup to Kachuk. Kachuk going for two. Big save by Thompson. Forever he rolls it in, now finds it to Wilson. Well, there is no other way for Kachuk, and you really have to get 2 goals in this one. There's no better range and you are going to be able to like keep it alone, but it's not the big range in the big time. Barkov back on ice. Back to Aaron Ekblad. He'll now swing to Barkov. Tries to fire it for range. Van Risak gets it over. Now finds Strome. Pumped it away. Back to Kachuk. Goes right back after it. Race abounding. Forever he takes over. Here's Tom Wilson. Tries to work his way across. But the shot saved by Bobrovsky. And the Panthers will have it the other way. Here's Greer. A set to Barkov. Right to the wing. Saved by Thompson. Big shot. Never stop. Greer gets it over. Here's Walensky. This was messed up. Trying to go for another attacking motion. He'll try to race it clear. That one broken up. Roy carries that one out. Trying to work its way in to Forever. And I'll end full pressure zone. Here's a shot saved by Bobrovsky. He'll now have it to Barkov. Under 9 minutes remaining in the second period, they're off to a fast break. Here's a shot saved by Thompson. Tries again. Another save. Bobrovsky wanted to say how Barkov could handle it. I wouldn't say that this would almost be like impossible to do for, and I bet that, well, it's not what the big chain is. They were sure enough to keep it in for coming from tightness. There's no question that they really would want to keep it in the zone. After for real, don't make them handle it. Bovis the other way, you'll have it again to Kolokov. Finding Mikula. Here's a set. Lusharaina's shots blocked. Verona the other way, and the Capitals will have it cleared out of the zone. 8 minutes remaining in the second period as they'll have it to Kachuk. Kachuk now finds it over. This one ranges over to Garlson the other way. Big over to the Ganaredic. Nice smackdown here. And it's now Mikula the other way. Yeah, you can definitely get that one a good feeling. That's big rumble up for the Lightning playoff now. Kachuk shot. Almost was tipped in. That was stayed out by Montagues. Ekblad. And he can't get it to go. Here's Heller. Good poke check here to try to disrupt the pass. And it's back to Forsling. You'll have it to Sam Bennett. Here's a set to Kachuk. Trying to go in. He has no room to go over it with a big cross check. Big slick feed. Aaron Ekblad. Passes to Forsling. Trying to work his way with the windmill. He tried to go with a lot of deep, but he just didn't think he was able to go in clearly. Good stop on the fade and a play for Aaron Ekblad. The deep pass to Raggy. Here's a set. Fannis shoots. Glove save by Thompson. Under 7 minutes remaining in the second period, they'll be ready to get their reinforcement attackers next game. Barkov wins the faceoff, and Schmidt will have it now over. There is no penalty for Alex Ovechkin, and he really wanted to try to mess somebody up. Oh, I think that Alexander Barkov would have had that one with the answer back. Well, I didn't think that would be like the cruelest game. That was almost been like not a touch. He'll stop that motion for the Panthers. This will be another faceoff on its way coming up. Both teams are set, ready for a next puck drop. A lot of energy needed. 3-3. Barkov wins the faceoff, and it's Kolokov the other way. He rumbled it over. Barkov trying to knock him down. Reinhardt sets to Barkov. Rolling into Kolokov. Kolokov trying to stick it in with a motion. What a snatch by Thompson! And he gets a little wriggle over it to try to keep that one out.
I just would have seen that Kolokov was trying to get the next goal. It wasn't just a between. I mean, Joe Sanders, it's just like, wow, you gotta take over if you can.
Yeah, I've really seen it so far, and that Thompson was really making that one with a great, huge save. He would start afterward, but he would really want to keep anything from going. Now set to Verhage. Back to Kolokov with a shot range. Save made by Thompson. It's back to Nosek. And rebounded by Nosek. Pass to Reinhardt. Reinhardt makes a miss up. Here's Verhage shoots. Save by Thompson. 5:55 remaining in the second period. As they'll be ready for reinforcement for the next puck drop. Capitals. Carlson the other way, has it down to Chipwood. Good stop here for Greer. Greer, no save! Swing in the midst as Carlson tried to beat over by the poke check, but he couldn't handle it over. Forsling the other way with only 5:30 remaining in the second period. Here's Greer. Couldn't get the over with the pass angle, and Gakovic will have to wait, and it's an offside on the Panthers. A lot of time left in the period, 9:37 for the Panthers, and only 2:22 remaining for the Capitals. Got a win for the Panthers. This will be Gakovic. Gakovic the other way. Right around the net will be AJ Greer. The pass to Aaron Ekblad. He'll find Forsling. Finds to Aaron Ekblad. Here's a shot. That's blocked and rebound by Greer. Greer passes over to Nose. Here's Forsling's shot. Open for Henry. Now he works his way across. Clears his zone. Rebound by Aaron Ekblad as he'll be right the reinforcement to Boves. And he just went for the hit. Great step by Bobrovsky. Tries to work his way across. Toward the middle for Henry. Save by Bobrovsky. Under 5 minutes remaining in the second period. He'll get a reinforcement up to start another puck try. Well, I would bet that this would be almost like a penalty to give over, and he was charging on one of the players. It may not be just right change. You don't think that's not going to be easy enough? I don't think so. Florida on the attack. Racing through, almost went in. And stayed out by Boves. And it goes right to Kolokov. Oh man, I thought that was almost going to be a great goal. This big range would almost be tipped. Bennett wins the faceoff. He now finds Schmidt and right toward middle to Bennett. He didn't think he was going to make the deflection. One of our biggest regretful in this one was McMichael. And a big save by Bobrovsky. He'll have it over now to Bolinski's. Ekachuk back the other way on the onside zone. Finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez still looking off. Again to Schmidt. Schmidt finds Kachuk. Shot blocked. Rebounded by Carlson. Washington back the other way in the offense zone. Schmidt can't get over it. And now finding Bolinski's the other way. He'll send a great pass over to Kachuk. Kachuk works his way across. Shoot save by Thompson. He'll hold it up with only 3:48 remaining in the second period. Lots of time left to be played in this period. Florida and Washington. No leadoff score as we already passed the 5-minute mark in the second. Ekblad finding Barkov. Barkov shot saved by Thompson. Still not enough to get the goal for Barkov, but there's still a lot of time to get the offense in the hustle. 56-30 is a shot on goal for Florida over Washington. And now to win will be Dylan Strome. He'll have it to Carlson the other way. Here's Carlson. Nice hit check here by Barkov. He'll send it back to Reggie.
You really got a good feeling on that.
That's great range to take things in. Oh, slipped to the move. That one is chipped up on the goaltender's stick. And it's back to Tom Wilson. It's back to Sam Reinhart. Alex Ovechkin trying to get a goal to take the lead. And Barkov will have it out the other way. Beregi. Pass it over to Barkov. It's broken up by Chikrin. Alex Ovechkin the other way for the Capitals. On the range to Tom Wilson. And that will be back to Barkov again to Reinhart. He'll work his way across to Gakovic. Gakovic. On his way. He couldn't get the pass over to Sam Bennett. Over to Gakovic. It's back to Eller. Eller will take a swing here, and this will roll in back to the Florida zone. Eller fires save by Bobrovsky. Kolokov rolls it off to Mikolov. And now Gakovic will give it to Nosek. Nosek Spins across. Spinorama! Reaching, missed out of the zone by the goaltender, but it's back to Kulikov the other way.
He would have had that great change. I mean, that was almost been like unstoppable. That almost been chipped in for some big reasons.
There's a shot, he scores! Big lead! That is now Florida Panthers 4-3. Looks like Tommy Mason is really able to get it in, and he now has second in the playoffs. Gets a big take. But now you know what? You want to play it like you do for him. And that's like doing a dish off, and you just really couldn't get this goal straight away. He wouldn't start off differently. No competition would really do for Tommy Nosek. It's just how it gets. When this range takes the lead, it's just luck. With a nice goal. A 4-3 lead for Florida. Capitals are looking for a way to tie this game or go for even. 2 minutes remaining in the second period.
Well, they sure do. I mean, this would really almost take anything. But more likely so, I think the Chuck's team is looking very comfortable.
Kulikov finds Wilka Migula. And Kulikov has it now. Then a backhander shot saved by Thompson. He'll try to just reset it up, and it's now Sandy with 43 remaining. Sandy wins.
Second goal
Off
in the
across the radius. Shoot save by
conference
Bobrovsky.
finals.
Push it
Scored by
out here in the
number
zone.
92,
Make him hit.
Thomas
And rebound by
Nosek.
Radius. He would start off in late. Big stop.
Top of
by
the goal,
Shane
17
Urban,
minutes,
the defender,
52
and it's now
seconds in the
Migula.
second period of the conference
Here's the
finals.
set.
That's
Bennett.
Thomas
Shoot
Nosek,
save
his
by
second in the
Thompson.
playoffs, first goal of the conference finals, unassisted. That's 17 minutes, 52 seconds in the conference finals in the second period.
Lundell wins the faceoff, and Schmidt will have it again to Walensky's. Walensky's pass to Novak, shots blocked by Chikrin. Carlson, the other way to Protas. Protas takes his time. Kind of motion. Pass to Dubois, shot for three. Save by Bobrovsky.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Under a minute remaining on the second period, it'll be Lundell. And that one is broken up. Dubois gives it back to Protas. Protas settling it in, now finding the zone. Dubois shot. Unbelievable save by Sergei Bobrovsky. He was dialed in closely, and he made out with a great stop.
Oh, look at the fans reacting to this one.
He got a good cheer afterward for Sergei Bobrovsky. That's why it's changed Sergei. Lusharainen again, now playing there in Ekblad with under 30 seconds remaining in the second. Pass back to Lusharainen. Lusharainen shots blocked, rebound by Carlson. Here's Protas. Kicks it out, finding Carlson. Carlson shoots, save by Bobrovsky. Bovis slows down, now finding Lusharainen. 10 seconds remaining in second. Off and around the net. Barkov finds Forsling. Barkov the other way for the base speeder backhander, and it's a big save by Logan Thompson.
And that's the end of the second period. Your score,
Big lead
Florida
for
Panthers
Thomas
4
Nosek.
and the
4
Washington
pieces
Capitals
score. And we'll
3.
be back soon, right after this. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in for another intermission as we are now ready to start off for its second intermission of the NHL of the Eastern Conference Finals.
And here's how they did now with the statistics as we have it updated for you. 63/35 shots on goal for Florida Panthers. And it was 101/54 for the Capitals. As they took a bunch of get skier, they didn't start paying attention after long. And with only 11:07 over 2:53 time on attack, they had a lot of force to get away from the defenders. 92/86 passing effectiveness for Washington Capitals. They're really sure that they really were able to do it for real. And it was 27/20 face-off wins for Florida Panthers. And it was nothing given here, but between the penalty kills, power plays, power play minutes, you know it wasn't easy afterwards. Now let's take a take and see what happens with Florida Panthers as they take the lead. What's your take here, Terry?
Thank you. I was not sure how they were doing it for, but realizing a lot of fans were really showing it off. This great support off is just really making it look harder and easier. They're really sure that they really kept on coming back afterward for the Cats. They really are just making it look like they're terrifying it off, and they wanted to destroy the Cap. the hunt for big to get into the finals. I'm not sure what will they do, but they were really sure enough that they really kept on playing back afterwards. Now for your take for the Capitals, Roy?
Well, so far they just need to make sure they just got to get into work. No stopping, no ration. They just need to keep things going back afterward. They don't want to make that one mistaken. No. They just need to make sure they have that one keeping back on track. No word can tell, but they need to keep him from going head to head. Nothing given possible. No way.
And what's your take here for the third period and you think is going to win for the third game?
I'm going to say Florida Panthers. I'm thinking they're going to take an answer over Mike Thompson. There may not be anyone that can try to keep things from going in. How about you, Terry?
I'm going to say Florida too. It's going to be a 3-0 series for the Florida Panthers if they stick it alive.
All right, thank you very much.
And now let's get back over right into the third period. Paintbrush, let's finish it strong. And we'll see you all later for the post-game show.
See you all after the game.
The third period, about to finish things up here in South Florida in Game 3. And we are all settled in, ready to refresh up the ice, and we are all set. Alright folks, it has been one of the wildest, biggest game ever. And we'll find out who takes it in, as I'll send it over to you guys, and already done, for second period.
Well, sure enough, it's kind of clear enough to make this one really feel like it's terrifying. A bunch of motion. I've seen so many errors. There was the biggest on the roughest of the 6 collisions afterwards. I should have seen things to have to do to solve the right timing. The more better terrific way, the harder it to do for it.
Yeah, it's been a better agreement on this, and I wasn't sure that if it was just for plenty, I wasn't pretty confidence if there's anything with the big chain that I would have to see this one. More play in action, and may have to be plenty of time for the Capitals to try to keep on with the goal. They're gonna have to try to keep it out. Just wait and see. Here's a set to Barkov, and Reiner will have him back. Pass to Schmidt, looks over to Mikkola. Mikkola trying to set to Barkov. That's right to the wing. This one's bumped up on Barkov. Now Chip Run will have it again to Carlson. Carlson looking over his next generation. Robert Hughes sets it over, now finding to Schmidt. And back to Mikkola. Mikkola breaks and pauses, now finds Kachuk. Kachuk slips him down. Rebound by Mikkola. Robert Hughes went right toward her wrist. And rebound by Dubois. Trout fans not really loving to please on Pierre-Luc Dubois to get 3 goals in this game. I think he was not really liking it afterward. I mean, I felt like that, no, we're not appreciating that afterwards. Stop the play with only 18:21 remaining in the third period, as they'll be ready to kick off another puck drop. Fans are set, as now it's another puck drop in between Florida and Washington. Now to wait for Lundell as Forsling has it to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad pass, broken by Products. Trying to push it out of the way. And rebounded by the Capitals. Stop its motion. Now pokes it out. Rebound by Lundell. Keep the pass. No penalty to give here. And here's Carlson. Give it right back to Panthers. Lusharainen finds Aaron Ekblad. Trying to send up to Lundell, and Carlson will give it back. Here's McMichael. It's given over by Lusharainen. Trying to watch for offside. And rebound by Carlson. Carlson has it over to Eller. Eller with the cut and motion can't get it over to play. And here's Radish. Here's the shot, racing and saved by Sergei Bobrovsky. It's back to AJ Greer the other way. He's really going at Titus muscle in it. Titan makes sense if he gets it. Another big save for Sergei. Nobody on him. Verona with the puck. Now he's right turning the other way. He'll try to make his way. Cut a motion shot. Stopped by Sergei Bobrovsky. Eller gives to Van Riestad. Here's a chance. It's blocked. And covered by Bobrovsky. What a great save by the goaltender. He'll hold things in with under 17 minutes.
Now, you never noticed like, how Butler was going to get into it. I was not really seeing it that this would have been almost like it's impossible to get over this. And this is really like nobody was able to tune in. Afterward, you get a good look, no hard feelings. I mean, you don't have the right choice to do for. You got to make sure you have the great rain off to get it in. Barkov behind the back will be Belinsky's. Belinsky's pass to Schmidt. He can't get over it, and it's rebounded by Belinsky's. Belinsky sticks to Schmidt. Schmidt shots blocked by Van Riestad. Alice the other way. He'll push it out. Now the rebound by the Florida Panthers the other way is Sergei Bobrovsky's team. Just to Barkov and has it to Verhaeghe. No setup screen here on the boarding. Ekblad shot by the backhander, saved up on the glove, off of Logan Thompson. Here's Forsley's shoes. Nothing to give it inside at that point. And then we step the other way. The Cats are back in the offense zone. Forsley trying to work itself across. Way too deep. Rebound by Van Riestad. And it's back to Sandin. The other way to Wilson. Wilson. Dish off in the zone around net. And back to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad past the Kachuk. Pass it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sets the pass over. Trying to get over now, finding to Sam Bennett. The kickoff to Forsley. Backhander shot. Rodriguez. What a pick save up on a kick pad by Logan Thompson. He was really eager to get it off. That's big and easy, and the strength it wasn't easy enough. He would have been sure enough if he would just keep it in. Greatness doesn't take anything that sets. Valley for loose puck. Rebound by Mikkola. Mikkola sets over to Sam Bennett. Bennett straight to a corner. Trying to watch it now. What a save by Thompson. 15:05 remaining in the third period. Getting ready for another puck drop in the Caps territory. Now as they prepare for another puck drop, with only 15:05 remaining in the third. Now the win for Dylan Strode. Roy sets off to Tom Wilson. Wilson trying to look for its next goal in to tie it up. Alex Ovechkin really wants one. And Schmidt will have it down to Lusharainen. He has it over to Mikkola. Has it now over to Lindell. Lindell. Back pass to Lusharainen. Here's Mikkola with the fire shot saved by Thompson. 14:41 remaining in the third period. They're on full pressure. Alex and his teammates trying to deny that shot with only 14:41 remaining in the third. Now the win for Lindell, he has it to Mikkola. Now he carries out of the zone and rebound by Michael. Didn't get right toward it. Bumps right toward the wall. That will keep the back over. Now finding to get a Schmidt. Protos with his way across. Almost went in. And what a big save by Bobrovsky. Oh, that one was almost going to be in there. And I was never seeing that. That one was going to make it in. That one was not tricky. You just need to make sure you have it in there. Otherwise, you're going to be left out, and you don't want to miss that shot afterwards. You need to make a big save for Sergei Bobrovsky. And with that being said, he did just fine. Now Nate Schmidt's right toward middle. Here's for Hevery the other way. Passes over to McMichael. McMichael passed down fine Roy. Roy's passed down fine Protas. Protas looks his way, saved by Bobrovsky. Mikkola will clear the zone out of here, and all the way around the net. And rebound by Chikrin. Oh, nice take here on a good cut motion, right near the board in the corner. Dubois watching in, good poke check by Forsling. Forsling sets into Nozek. Nozek, AJ Greer shooting scores! Unbelievable! AJ Greer gets it in there right underneath the pad. And now AJ Greer has the second place. That's a big time for AJ Greer. That's the big crash curse. And he just makes that first look. AJ Greer is getting the second goal in the playoffs. He has his first in the game. Now that's a little bit of a pass when you don't see it often. Goes off to Thompson and then this right into the net.
I don't see where it was really going to come out here. That's range out quietness. It's just like how you're going to get it off. So far, and Logan Thompson was really noticing, how did AJ Greer get that? I mean, damn, what were they thinking? They're always thinking right now. I mean, what are they thinking? I mean, they're already noticing that AJ Greer wants to get 2 goals in the playoffs. He really had it all. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's just how hard they were doing it for. A lot of face-off. That never makes sense.
Indeed so.
When they go, it's impossible.
His second goal in the playoffs. First goal in the conference finals. Scored by number 10, AJ Greer. Assisted by number 92, Thomas Noza.
And rebound by Kachuk.
And by number 42, Gustav Forsling.
Sam Bennett now finds Aaron Eckler.
Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 22 seconds in the third. AJ Greer, his second goal in the playoffs, first goal in the conference finals, assisted by Thomas Nosek and Gustav Forsling. That's 6 minutes, 22 seconds in the third period of the conference finals.
Trying to get over it for the defenders, but he just did not have enough room to get there. Taylor Reddish, the other way with the shot glove save by Bobrovsky. Schmidt again to Verhage. And over to Reinhardt. Barkov trying to watch his way through. Schmidt, Barkov, back in, same play. This is out of his own. And back to Schmidt. Here's the set to Barkov, and it's back to Rasmussen with 12 minutes remaining in the third. That one is off and range out of here. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt looks to pass to Verhage. Around the net. And rebounded up by Belinsky's again to Barkov. It's back to Ovechkin. Works his way across. Right to a corner. Looking for some extra help. That is off of Barkov. He was limping that fast. I don't know if he's going to keep on skating afterward. Well, he will be okay. I think he will be fine. So I wouldn't say Barkov is not done yet. Here's Bove's shot. Never saved by Thompson. Lucieranen trying to add it up for another Duhaney shot attempts. And then Ristad the other way. No penalty. Pass it to Lundell the other way. Lundell loses effort. No offside on Florida. And now he's a chance over toward the wing. That hooks it up. Good take by Florida Panthers. Saskakovich now has it down to Greer. Cut in motion. Didn't get over it that time. Smith, it was a shoots glove save by Thompson. 10:41 remaining in the third near the midway mark. As the play continues, it's a 5-3 game, Florida. Here's for another wing. And now Wolves Dubois. Dubois the other way.
Yeah, this is what happens. They don't really like it. I mean, I say that Dubois and their teammates are really felt like we wanted to stop playing games like that. And to go on the bench for having nothing to school in this game. I mean, I am not really surprised at that. I wouldn't like that idea if they do that again.
Now Florida Panthers wins the faceoff as Schmidt will have it. He'll swing it around Nosek and he has it over to Miko. And he has it to Greer. Goes right to Kakovich. That one a little broken up in a twink here, and this one goes right to Thompson again. 10:18 remaining in the third period. As they prepare for another puck drop, 5-3's the score. Sam Bennett wins the faceoff. He has it to Forsling. Trying to work his way across center. He gets knocked down and rebounded by the Capitals. It's back to the Panthers, and here's Roderick Hughes. Looks to Kachuk. Worked his way in. Did not get there in time, and it's back to the Wild. Try to watch it in. Over 3. He didn't want to get out of that hit. Saved by Bobrovsky. Sergei having another save in this game. And here's Kachuk right around the net. Can't get free. And it's now ready to get away for the Capitals. Aaron Ekblad with the rebounding, now finding again to Forsling. Forsling passes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez right toward the wing. He'll settle around the net. And Kachuk will now try to recoup in. The finding to Schmidt. Lubikola shoots. Oh, what a save! Unbelievable! A great stop by Thompson. I've never seen like this before. And for Thompson, he was really giving a big save in his night. Fires it, save by Bobrovsky. You'll stop that puck with only 9:05 remaining in the third. Jack, do you think that this one is really like intense on its own version? Why or why not?
I'm gonna say that it is very intense. I mean, there is no other way. Probably the mindful of that could be almost like intense.
And why do you think that is?
Well, they were really clear to give that one a rivalry kind of matchup. And I wouldn't bet on that if they would ever have to do, if they just have to keep on fighting afterward. Sometimes the attacker is not really the easy change that they really want to do for. Alex and your teammates are really given it all. Better help, never set up skill. The challenge is not really easy enough. I mean, this skill challenge is really almost impossible. Nobody in the world will have to do it for if they can try to keep it going again. I don't see anything that's gonna keep that out. But hey, let's listen to this one. We really wanted to see much of a battle to get over from the Temple takedown. I don't think there may not be anyone who can definitely try to keep it. They gotta see what they can do to keep it in.
Here are some upcoming games here for our next game of the Stanley Cup playoffs of NHL 25. The next game, as you will have, is Game 3 to start things off for tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. That will be at Edmonton. As my next broadcast partner, I have his Span. He's also along with the other two with Tyler Beast, and the other one, for commentary of the crew to welcome back in, is Zoe True. He's really one of the better blue ones to be maintained. So these are the three of them that will be commentating here in Edmonton, Canada. That'll be at Rogers Century on 8:30. Don't miss out your next game of the Oilers and the Stars. With only Game 3 happening, it might have been the enough take to do for anything.
You know what? I would say that this would almost been impossible. The only team that's going to be late on one of the better players to play for from their own against the other teams. They're going to watch for trouble.
Greer kicking it over it. And here's a shot saved by Thompson. Van Riestad back to Lusharainen. Lusharainen. There's a shot. Another save by Thompson. Over from the back of it, and it's now finding Van Riestad. He goes tripped. Rebounded over. Now as the Panthers will have it over. Oh man, I think the Panthers are booing on that because someone went right toward the bench. That's bad news. They really have been knocking it over.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, they would have to we disagree on that. It's not a big change.
Delay penalty. This will be on Mangiapane. His first
Washington penalty number 88 for slashing.
We'll start it in for the Panthers.
It's time now for your Florida Panthers power play.
Power play set to begin. That's now they're ready to kick off for another buck drop. They certainly needed to do this one more than once. I mean, I think that
penalty on Washington Capitals number 88, 2 minutes for slashing. Time and a penalty in the third period of conference finals, 6 minutes 41 seconds. That's a penalty on Washington Capitals number 88, Andrew Mangiapane for slashing. Time and penalty in third period of conference finals, 6 minutes 41 seconds.
Here's Reinhard. There's a set to Barkov chance. That's right back to Reinhard. He'll try that one again. Back to Barkov. And this time this Reinhard shot is glove saved by Thompson. 6 minutes remaining in the third period. McMichael the other way. He'll have that one cleared out. Rodriguez will set it over. Now finding again to Schmidt. Schmidt pass to Lusharainen. Lusharainen Stuck up in the corner, Lundell shot. What a save by Thompson. Back to Rodriguez again to Schmidt. Give that pass over. Bennett shoots and he scores! 7 minutes. It's a power play goal for the Capitals. Really make that a little great look, and this is what happens now. You get the good power play rip-off. That one is a big straighter, and it just did it. That's a power play goal. You kick off for game 3, and you have it back by Louis Thompson. That's a great edit. So it's now a 3-point lead, and it's a 6-3 score nearing the final 5 minutes in the third. Yeah, they really sure do. I mean, they would have to be playing afterward all over this again. Alexander Barkov had a great night in game 3, and I bet that they would have to do it for anyone to keep that one out. I'm pretty sure that they really kept on playing in. I want to see how they could do it on their own if the timing just right. There's Matthew Tkachuk right there to Wayne. He'll fire that one around the net, now finding to Rodriguez. Rodriguez past the Forsling. Aaron Ekblad has it again to Matthew Tkachuk. It's back to Sam Bennett. Bennett to Ekblad. That one skips it out. Final 5 minutes represented by Discover. Bennett will fire that one around the net. Try it again for Tkachuk. Keeps moving. Tkachuk, glove saves by Thompson. 4:48 remaining in the third period. They'll be ready to have another recruitment here in the Caps territory. And a win for the Capitals. After Thompson sets the practice, here's the Capitals. He'll send it over. AJ Clear couldn't get over. Now shoots save by Sergei Bobrovsky.
Score on a power play. Number 9, Sam Bennett.
And it's given over by AJ Greer. Panthers on a rushing attack.
Oh, assisted by number 17.
It's back to Alex Ovechkin again to Verona. Verona pass to Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin cruises home and rebound by Nikolov. The goaltender will try to get back the shot.
Time in a power play goal. 14 minutes, 21 seconds in the third. Sam Bennett, his 6th goal in the playoffs. First goal in the conference finals. Assisted by Evan Rodriguez and Nate Schmidt at 14:21 on a power play minute in the third of the conference finals.
Rasmus Sandin trying to make him group to go back in. In the zone, Ovechkin. What a save by Sergei Bobrovsky. And it'll be another delay penalty that will be on the Capitals. Alex Ovechkin seemingly that he is disappointed. Yeah, he is. He looks like he's bad at this one. He will not like it at all.
Washington penalty. Number 8 on cross-checking.
Now, look over again. Watch what happened with Alex Ovechkin. He made this cross-checking. He was right toward the board. And I felt like, I'm not doing that. I mean, I thought this would not be the best save. Alex Ovechkin, yeah, he is really fast. So it's a power play in the third. Man. Sorry, Brady. I don't see where this happening with the penalty kills. It wouldn't start off.
Penalty on Washington Capitals, number 8. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time and a penalty in the third period conference finals. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. That's a penalty on the Washington Capitals, number 8. Alex Ovechkin for cross-checking. Time and a penalty in the third period of conference finals. 3 minutes, 43 seconds.
Down to the line with the final 3 minutes. 6-3 is the score. Florida. The win for the Panthers. Aaron Ekblad will have it over, and he'll send a swing over to Lundell. He will now have it to Sam Bennett again. Here's Lundell. Close save by Thompson. 3:11 remaining in the third period, as they'll have another puck drop ready for the Capitals and the Panthers. Here's the win, as Schmidt will have it to Rodriguez. He finds Schmidt. Schmidt shoots, glove save by Thompson. Carlson rolls it over down to Protas. And you'll have it the other way back in that Florida territory. Blocked up the pass behind the back. Trying to work his way in. Bobrovsky will have it to Rodriguez. He now finds Listerine. Booster Rating again to Bennett. Bennett, pass to Rodriguez. Open look, save by Thompson. 2:43 remaining in the third period. They'll be ready for another puck drop up in action. And a win. And the Capitals will have it over as now check run will have it now to Eller. Eller. Right toward Wayne. Pass the check run shot. Blocker save by Sergei Bobrovsky. Good check. Looks over to right guard. Right arm with the cut. He looks over. Right to Kachuk. Did not get 2 goals in this game. He'll have to wave it off. Eller. And it's Reinhard. Will swing to Verhage. Slows it down. Now back into Cap territory. He'll now have it to Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad finds Barkov. Barkov shot will saved by Thompson. They don't really over the line. 2 minutes remaining in the third. And now with the Simon Weissel will now send it to Silver Spoon, who had the best player of the night. Well, guys, I just really have to say now that Sergei Bobrovsky had to make a great wireless save. He really had that one spotting it on. You know, the big change was not really the easy way I was doing it for. And for some other reason, what they really have been doing it for was not the easy play path. All what they did now is that they really just kept him dialed in, and he really had a lot of hard time to get right toward it. I really appreciate how well he was doing it for it. After the power play is over, with only 90 seconds remaining, they'll hold things up here with just passing the 90-second mark.
Well, it did so well. I mean, not a great shade that everybody would do for it.
And what they don't do now is they just really have to step it out on the road. Brian McKee finds it over to Booster Rating. It was not better than that. Duhamel. Down right over to Van Reset on the fire shot. That is off of the wall and down to a final minute.
Last minute to play in the third period.
Nate Schmidt and the team are looking their way to push the pursuit with the last possession to keep the clock winding down before 0. He finds Rodriguez, finds Schmidt. Schmidt can't get over it. Schmidt should save by Thompson. And it's now back to the quotas. Lundell should save by Thompson. 35 seconds remaining in the third period. 6-3 is the score. All right, fans, make some noise! As we're waiting for the crowd to roar up, 35 seconds. Ekblad, Forsling shoots, and Reinhard will set the Barkov. Barkov with one last time. And that will do it. That's out of the zone. And only 20 seconds remaining. The Cats will remain with the winning game. And they have 3 in a row in the playoffs of the season. It's no better than that. They will have to do it on their own next time. And that is it. Your final score and first game, 6-3 over Washington. Well, don't have to talk about that. Sergei Bobrovsky was able to make a dial in. It's easy enough to make the saves afterwards.
Your
play for real? Just give it all to you. And it's been a great night. We salute to the fans.
In Game 3 of the conference final.
Game 3 with the big
Panthers fans, thank you for joining us for tonight's game. We look forward to heading back for game number 4 as they rematch on against the Washington Capitals at Amaranth Bank Arena. Puck drop time at 8:30. Thank you for joining us and get home safely. Have a great night.
Of the NHL 25 EA Sports. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Time for 3 star players in the game as we start the 3rd star player of the game. We have 1. Tomas Nosek with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 3 hits in the game. Made his buzz making to have that rush attack. And the 2nd star player of the game is Sergei Bobrovsky. 53 saves, 301 with the goalie average of Dorn. And your 1st star player of the game, well, he does know best. Because 1 star player, all does now, Logan Thompson. 87 saves, only 6 goal on the average.
And here's how the final statistics happened here at the end of the game. 93 over 56 total shots on goal for Florida. 141 over 79. That's for Washington. 1532 over 419. Florida time on attack. 91 over 84. That's Washington. 39 over 30 face-off wins for Florida. Only 9-minute penalty kill was on Florida, and only 13-minute penalty kill was on Washington. Just 2 power play goals, only 405, and 1 power play goal with 112.
Well, that's it for now, and that will conclude for the third game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Stay tuned for tomorrow night as he will be ready to prepare things out back in Edmonton, Canada, as he will be seeing things for our next game as the Oilers take on with a rematch against the Stars at Rogers Centre. You don't miss out the next game tomorrow night only on Center Beats.
In the meantime, we are wrapping up, and we will see you all tomorrow night for our next game.
This is Terry
And Roy Cruz signing out.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
If you don't, somebody